War Room Sports, www.warroomsports.com. What? Ain't no more to it.
Welcome to Inside the War Room on War Room Sports TV. I'm one of your hosts, Devin McMillan, and I'm here with my co-host, Jimmy Williams and B. Austin. And we're here today for our year in review series. We're going to talk about 2012, the way we saw it. And first up on our topic list is the whole travesty, the whole shenanigans, the Travis Shamockery that happened at Penn State University. It was an unfortunate situation. It kind of started before 2012 began, but as soon as the year started, that's when everything started to hit the fan. After being fired a few months before, Joe Pa passes away. Later on, Sandusky is actually found guilty on 45 of the 48 counts, the charges against him. The football program, was hit with massive sanctions, and we just want to talk a little bit about the effect from that as far as the university goes, how long it'll take them to rebound from all of this, and if they'll ever fully rebound from it. So, B. Austin, I know you're a big Penn State football fan. What are your thoughts on the whole situation and what's going to happen with the university moving forward?
Tragic, man. My heart goes out to those that are victims and those that are affected. That would include the families of the victim. That would include the actual team now, because those that are players on that team didn't do anything wrong. The whole community, man. I'm in pain as a Penn State fan. I've been a Penn State fan, a Nittany Lion all my life, a Joe Pa fan. It still flabbergasts me. I don't even really have much in the way of words to say. I hope this Sandusky, his spirit lives its life out in a very hot place for the rest of eternity, of course. The program will always have this hanging over its head. I think that they will begin to recover maybe 5 years from now, 5 seasons, 6 seasons. Who knows? It's a rough situation, man.
Yeah, I mean, the situation, it started to play out in 2011, and we talked about it almost every week on our radio show going into 2012. And I think it kind of played out the way a lot of us expected it to play out. I mean, we had said kind of lightheartedly previous to it happening that we think that Joe Pa basically lived to coach this football team. And kind of ironically, a few months after being fired, all of his illnesses kind of took hold, and he did end up passing away. His name is kind of tarnished in the hearts and the minds of many. As you are, I'm still a big Joe Pa fan. It was an unfortunate situation because there was more that he could have done, but at the same time, he wasn't the monster that did this. So I'm somewhere on the fence as far as how Joe Pa should be looked at historically. A lot of his wins were taken away, which is unfortunate because he was number one as far as D1 college football wins. The program, like we said, got slammed with a lot of sanctions, and it will take maybe 4 or 5 years for that program to rebound and become the program that it grew to be, that we know it to be. Crazy situation. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on the whole Penn State?
Well, my opinion's a little different. I'm not a Penn State fan, not a Joe Pa fan. I can't root for a school I never went to, so for me, it's a little different. I just think it's unfortunate because it's one of those situations where you feel as though the program was put before the well-being of a lot of individual people. And, it's just very unfortunate also because I have a lot of friends who have Penn State degrees. And as we talk about school, there's like a negative connotation that goes along with the term Penn State or the school Penn State now. It's like a joke. And it's a good institution outside of its football program. But at this point, it's going to take a long time. We say time heals all wounds. It's going to take a long time for this to, to go away. But it's not really going to go away. That cloud will always be there. It'll always be part of, what Penn State is. And Sandusky, through his actions, has affected a lot of people. people that he had no idea he possibly could affect. It's not just the victims of his egregious crime, but people who are fans like the B. Austin, or people that have went to the school, people that have any kind of affiliation with the school. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, it's just terrible. You know, I mean, I don't know what to say. My heart goes out to the victims of his crimes. But in terms of the program rebounding, I don't know if it ever can fully rebound. You know, it can get to the point where that's not the first. See, I don't know. I don't know if it ever can rebound from what happened there. And that's to be honest with you. Just being honest, I don't know if it ever can rebound.
I mean, you look at a program. Of course, what happened down there wasn't, you know, the same type of crime that happened here. But you look at a program like SMU, who received the death penalty a long time ago. And, you know, that program has never gotten back to what it was. But the difference I see in that is that SMU wasn't really historically a great football program in the first place. You know, they just happened to be.
We're also not talking about baby rape either. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The crime is totally different. See, but at the same time, a school like Penn State, there's so much school spirit going around that place. Even though the football program had so many sanctions against it, they still packed the house every weekend this season. So that kind of support isn't going to go away. And I think with the help of that kind of support and the time that you alluded to heal those wounds, I think eventually it'll be able to rebound fully and be back to. No one will ever forget. No one will ever forget. It's one of those things. You move on, but you're not going to forget anything as egregious as what Sandusky did today.
Jimmy brought up a great point, you know, and I think that one of the lessons to be learned from this is when an athletics program is placed ahead or valued more than the school itself or the academic portion of the school, these are the things that can happen. And so it's a good example, good cautionary tale in that regard. I think, you know, from a social standpoint, as we look at the importance of athletics, business, and academia, I think that this is a good case study. Jimmy also said that he doesn't root for a school he didn't go to, but he definitely roots for Temple.
I went there.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah, I did go there though.
Yeah. So, yeah, like we alluded to in the beginning, it was just an unfortunate situation. The program and the university is paying for it right now. I do kind of feel sorry, as B. Austin said, for the students and the football program, you know, the kids in the football program right now who really had nothing to do with these egregious crimes, but they have to suffer the consequences. But, you know, you can't.
Was the penalty fair?
Easy. So
was the penalty fair?
I mean, they didn't get the full quote-unquote death penalty. So, I mean, you would have to say the penalty is fair for the program and the school. In that being fair, it's going to cross over into unfairness for the players and the kids who attend the school and are part of the program now who had nothing to do with it. But you can't just let the program slide. So, you know, it's just unfortunate that they had to come.
I don't think the penalties were harsh enough. That's my personal opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So, you know, we're gonna wrap this up. So make sure you all stay tuned to more editions in our series of 2012 in review. They'll be coming at you daily for the next few days until the end of the year. Make sure you watch all our other videos. Click the like button on those videos. Make sure you comment, because we will comment back and get that dialogue started. So we're going to tune out. But until next time, don't accept mediocrity and be steadfast in the war against ignorance.
Kuwait is the war room with 5 nights at the round table, 5 Philly guys diversified and